My orchard was sick, so I called the doctor, and he prescribed a treatment plan. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here tonight, my friends. I am clearly a little foggy-brained. I realized halfway through that joke I don't have my headphones on. So why don't I correct that? One moment. Okay, now things should be more normal. D-Man, welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome to Legacy of War. So I've spent one night with this game last week, and it went horribly. Apologies if Legacy of War is anyone's favorite Contra game out there, but I kind of hate this one so far. I can't say it won't grow on me. If I stick with it, maybe it will grow on me. Maybe I'll like it more by the end, but night one has not made a good impression. So I'm approaching it. I'm approaching it with a little bit of a pessimistic attitude, if I'm being honest. But we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna try my best. I'm relatively new to the Contra series. I played the first one on the NES, my first Contra game ever. I played 3 or 4 years ago, so it's been a while now. But I didn't grow up with these games. But I played Contra 1 on the NES. We did it on stream, and I kind of fell in love with it right away. And we did a whole bunch of challenge runs, and I moved to Super C, and I like Super C even more. We did a whole bunch of challenge runs for that, and I thought it's great. Contra games are great. I'm going to love the whole series. I'm going to do every game deathless. And then I did Operation C on the Game Boy, and I was like, well, it's pretty good. We did the deathless run. And then I didn't really like Contra 3. And Contra Hardcore was better. And then we played the Contra Adventure. I actually got these out of order, because I thought the Contra Adventure came before this one, but it comes after. But we did that one first, and I kind of like that game, actually. But this one is rough. This one is rough. But we'll see. So that's the history. Oh yeah, we also played, what was the Contra Advance? I hate that one. The Contra Advance, it's Contra 3 on the GBA. With the top-down levels replaced by a couple levels from Hardcore, which sounds like an okay premise, but the screen crunch makes it unbearable. Did the treatment plan involve any tree descriptions? Zergling says. Well, you know, I don't want to hand out medical advice on the stream. I'm not quite qualified. Thank you for the 200 stream watch streak. That brings you what to 297 total with the ones you got robbed of. A referral. Referral. I feel like that one works a little better in type than when I say it out loud, because it sounds too much like like animal fur when I say it. Alright, let's press the buttons. Alright, I am stubbornly playing this on hard difficulty. And let's go ahead and turn these up. Music a little lower than the effects. So I knew this game was going to be rough when I looked at the control options, and all 4 of the control options are terrible. Because I really want my shoot button to be above my jump button, and there are no options for that. So I knew I was going to have a bad time from the very start from that alone. And I wasn't wrong. We're playing a lot of Contra this week. We're playing this game tonight. We're probably playing this game tomorrow as well. And on Thursday, we're going to have our annual Contra celebration. We're gonna play a whole bunch. We're gonna do a Contra variety night. I'm actually gonna try and do a variety night where we sample a whole bunch of games. I'm going to randomize the Contra series via our old friend the Wheel, and we're gonna play whatever game it lands on. We're gonna play 1 credit at a time. So, depending on how I perform, we may be sampling some games very, very briefly. And depending on where the wheel lands, we may be playing the same games over and over again many times. It's probably going to be a weird night with a lot of downtime, but it's an experiment I want to try anyway. Oh my goodness, I'm not doing well at all. Come on, blow up already. Oh my goodness. Nothing to be too alarmed about. It's the warm-up run. No, not 1 life, 1 credit. 1 credit is is however much a quarter gets you. 1 credit is whatever gets you to the game over screen. The continue screen. Hey Chozo, welcome in. Glad to hear you're doing well. Sorry I had to rain on your parade the other night. I saw your message in the Discord and I sat there for a moment and thought, is there any way I could possibly do a stream? I really did. I really did think about it. I really did think about it for a moment. If there was any way I could avoid canceling, but I just had to. So glad to hear you're doing well tonight. Thank you for joining us. And I just kind of explained what the thing is for Thursday. For Thursday, I'm putting all the Contra games on the wheel. Our old friend the wheel is coming back, but I'm going to fill it up with Contra games. I'm going to play whatever it lands on, 1 credit at a time. And whenever I get to the game over / continue screen, we're going to respin. To counteract that, though, I am going to include, I am going to put in a channel point reward to let the chat buy me permission to use a credit if the chat thinks the game is going well and or worth continuing. So we won't necessarily have to spin after every. We won't necessarily have to respin at every continue, but I'm gonna let the chat decide. I have 340k points, Jozo says. So it'll be a little interactive. Alright, stage 1 went really badly, but we did make it through. Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, we ended up going to see Jelly's family on Easter. We were a little bit on the fence about whether or not we were going to make the drive, but we ended up going, and it was a good time, but I did end up having to drive in the rain on the way home, which I really don't like. So that right there, if we were playing this on Thursday and I hit that screen, we would be spinning the wheel again and switching games. Unless the chat bought me permission to use a credit. Oh, it's not invincibility in there. I thought I don't need to take out this enemy. There's an invincibility right in here. No! This guy has never chased me before. I don't know what to do. He can't fall down here. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? He can't fall through the gap. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'll buy everything. Well, don't feel obligated. If you want the game to be over or you want us to sample something else, then by all means, just let the credits run out and we'll respin. But that's Thursday. Tonight's just this one. We're locked into this one tonight. doing bad. Real bad. I could end up playing Legacy of War all night on Thursday. That could happen. Seeing a dentist tomorrow. I hope that goes well. Am I used to the jump and shoot buttons being swapped? Not at all. I am not going to get used to that. I'm gonna struggle with it the whole game. Come on. My caution just gets me nowhere. So I wondered last time, I said last time, like, I couldn't wrap my mind around what a step down this game was from the Contra adventure, but I was wrong about the order they were made in. This one came first, so it's not technically a step down. Contra Adventure is a step up. And what a tremendous step up. Contra Adventure has long, long legs because it steps way, way up. This enemy has been blinking red for longer than the stream has been live. What is going on? I don't understand how time works when you're playing this game. Just, everything just breaks down and everything lasts, like, hours longer than should be possible. Do you have it on hard mode? Indeed, I do. Oh. We're gonna play all the games on Thursday on normal difficulty. Because I'm gonna be tying myself in a knot with the limited continues thing. I'm gonna not double sabotage myself. wonder if there are Contra ROM hacks. There's gotta be, right? It's such a popular game. I can't imagine there's not. That was a horrible credit. That was a horrible credit. The enemy bullets really need a range to, like, where they, like, fade out of existence. Oh, I got caught on the scenery. Cool. It just doesn't matter what I do. If I try to rush through everything, if I try to take my time, I get the exact same results either way. I die the exact same number of times. There's just no improving in this game. It's all blind luck. Give all the regular enemies the spread gun. Now that sounds like my kind of game. I keep grabbing that invincibility and then approaching this boss like I don't have invincibility. Approaching it like all super cautious. Well, that's a lot of bullets to dance around. I hope medical science one day discovers that, like, repeated heavy sighs are really good for your health. Because I breathe pretty much exclusively in sighs when I stream. I got stuck on the lamppost and lost my weapon, and now I'll never make progress again. What a nightmare. Oh yeah, you have to jump to attack this enemy. Alright, well, I finally got it into the red. Is it finally over? Goodness. I have to jump to hit this thing too? GG's. It's only weak when its tail is exposed. I never noticed that before. I don't have to jump. I just have to wait for the tail. Run. It won't give me any distance. I can't do anything because I can't get any distance. Oh my goodness. How on earth did I not lose a life there? How on earth? Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna lose them all here. It sure looks tedious. Maximum tedium. Hooray. I think that's what he's saying. Hooray. Ah! Just walked right into the enemy. I don't expect to get all that far, considering I've got 0 lives. Sure wish the jump button wasn't in a horrible place. Sure wish the jump button wasn't in the worst place possible. They're Game Boy Advance Splinter Cell games. Splinter Cell is PlayStation 2 era? Is that right? Or are they older? Are they PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2? The GBA games are side-scrollers? Alright. That could be fun. I do like side-scrolling. I don't really like stealth, though. The spread gun? I think the spread gun is a scam. this heavy machinery. How much to get you to play them in 2 years? I don't know. I don't know, Chozo. No promises. Why? I'm never gonna make it anywhere. Yeah, I'm never gonna make it anywhere. Unless there's an invincibility hidden right at the start of this stage too. I'm not really gonna hold my breath for multiple invincibilities in one stage, but I just cannot move a single screen without losing a life. Why even play the game at this point? Like, it might as well just spawn me dead for, like, as much progress as I'm ever able to make. And now that robot's gonna follow me every single time? Life is bad. It cost me 2 lives to pick up 1 life. I don't think that that's necessarily a great deal, huh? I sure do have some things I'd like to say. Oh yeah, don't read too much into my hyperbole, Chozo. I'm really fine inside. It's all just a pressure coping mechanism. I'll probably let the chat spend channel points to choose a character on the character select too when it's on Thursday when that's an option. I'll have a redeem. I plan to make all these redeems very, pretty reasonably priced. I don't want to bleed anyone completely out of points, but they are like a convenient, like objective method of locking things in. And determining who the decisions get to go to. I just lost. I just lost all my lives in the span of like 3 milliseconds. It's gonna be a miracle if I even get to see stage 3 tonight. I've never seen it yet. That big mountain boss on stage 2 is the furthest I've ever been. And very likely the furthest I ever will be. My kingdom for a reasonable jump button. Oh yeah, forgot. I hate this game. It's unplayable. So your character just faces whichever direction you press on the D-pad, right? You have 8 directions. You can face any of the 8 directions. The diagonals are really hard to hit, though, because he doesn't stay at diagonals very well. He really wants to be on one of the orthogonal directions. But if you tap the shoulder button, you can toggle a strafe mode, where he'll lock in to whatever direction you're currently facing, and then strafe accordingly when you press the D-pad. And it just toggles off and on. It should be a hold thing, but it's a toggle thing. So that's annoying. But it also doesn't even work very well. Because, like, if the camera moves while you're supposedly in strafe lock, well, then it doesn't matter. He'll shift positions anyway. And then there are some weapons where the strafe lock doesn't work. Like the ribbon. If you're using the ribbon, you can't use the strafe lock. Which then makes walking around with it super annoying. Because if you're moving through, like, a straightaway section, the strafe lock is the best way to move. But, like, here, like, I'm tapping the shoulder button, it doesn't make any difference. The strafe lock never turns on. It's maximum garbage at every opportunity, this game. I found another invincibility. It wore off. Well, now I'm dead. My invincibility got me killed because it made me go too close to the boss and didn't last long enough to save me. Well, I learned something, though. That's interesting, at least. I think. There's a lot of hidden stuff. There's a lot of hidden stuff in this game. That's something I would like to like. I think the secret to this game is just to find and memorize the location of all the hidden invincibilities. I'm pretty sure it's the only way the devs ever beat it. We'll never know, Zergling. I don't know. It's the lowering the difficulty's been recommended to me so much out of spite. Maybe I'll just maybe I'll play on hard mode on Thursday too. You know how well I handle suggestions. Now I know you never will. No, we'll definitely play it on lower difficulty on Thursday. I just don't want to think about it. I just want to beat it on hard. It won't do me any good. It won't do me any good to play it on to beat it on a lower difficulty. I'll still have hard mode waiting for me. I just can't. I can't seem to get a run off the ground anymore. I have had attempts to where I have made it. Didn't I have? I had one attempt where I made it all the way up to the last boss without losing a life. Once. And I just can't seem to walk. I can't seem to defeat one enemy without losing a life. I wish that I had played Contra 3 on hard difficulty for my first playthrough of that one. Because I did the normal difficulty playthrough and only learned after I beat it that you only get the true ending on hard. And I've tried to play Contra 3 on hard after playing it on normal, and it's just unplayable. This game clearly needs a very hard difficulty, too. What is unplayable? I mean, it's too fast. Everything moves too fast. I can't take 2 steps without a game over. It's impossibly hard. I think I've made it. I think I've made it up to the second stage on hard difficulty in Contra 3. And only like once or twice out of dozens and dozens of tries. I just can't make any progress in it. Kind of like this. It's kind of like this. Please don't get stuck on a lamppost. Okay, is this where the invincibility was? Let's go. See, I don't know how you accomplish anything without this ribbon. Hey, is there even anything in here? Death. So, because I didn't know that this enemy's tail was his weakness, I didn't understand why the ribbon doesn't target onto him all the time. Now I understand. I'm looking around for more secrets before the boss. I'm lined up poorly. Please don't hit me. Victory! I get blown up. Let's go! Deathless Stage 1? Now that earns a save. That earns a save. Let's go. Soon it'll be Deathless Stage 2. Oh, I sure hope so. I'm loading that save file from now on, by the way. Say goodbye to stage 1. I'm happy saying that a deathless clear has earned me the right to use my save. That's the great thing about just making up the rules, right? Is that you get to change them anytime you want. I'm gonna watch spoiler-free reviews of GBA Splinter Cell games and see if they'd be suitable for the stream. Oh no, I let the thing run down. Not that it matters, but... What? The load screen is confusing. This robot has too much health. It's so annoying to me how much health it has. Hey Greg, welcome in. Welcome back to the nightmare that is Legacy of War. I made progress, Greg. I mean, I haven't seen anything new, but I beat stage 1 deathless, so I'm now loading my save file on stage 2 because I can't do any better than that on stage 1. So I haven't gotten any further yet, but at least I don't have to waste time playing stage 1 anymore. The cool thing about it, too, is that it was all luck, so I'll never be able to do it again. Oh, there's a ribbon there. I always forget to pick it up. Like, how do you even avoid these lasers, right? The figure 8 the figure 8 pattern is my best guess so far. That wasn't even the final boss of the stage? Oh no. Oh no, I thought for sure that would be the end of the stage. It was so hard to get there. Run away, Frownie, run away! Why? Why is this robot invincible to the ribbon? Can I go in here? What's in here? I found arcade games. Is this Gyrus? It's a Gyrus clone of some sort. Well, this is better than the actual game. Let's just play this. Oh, no. I don't know if there's a point to this. Like, if I get, like, any sort of bonus reward if I beat it, or if it's just for fun. Oh, please. I thought that thing had despawned. things. Open the door somewhere where I can actually attack, please. No. Does this just go on forever now? How do I... Oh, you can quit out. Okay. Hang on. Is this the same game? Pac-Man? Army tanks? Interesting. Do these hurt me? Am I supposed to pick those up? So that's a bomb. Didn't know that. Wait, turning is very awkward. Oh, wait a moment. What? Oh, I'm out of ammo. Oh, interesting. The first 2 games. Oh, thank you for the watch streak, by the way, Greg. Appreciate the 5 streams. The first 2 games on GBA are rated T. I don't, let's go. I don't have a firm rule against playing, like, M-rated games. It's, it's mostly just that I prefer that they be rated M for, like, violence and gore as opposed to other mature, potential mature content. And I prefer that that violence be carried out against, like, monsters and fantastical creatures rather than humans. Gonna get the Turtles collection on the Switch, Greg says. Right on. Campbell's Soup rated games. They're oh my. That was weird. I pushed start to move to the next stage, and the game thought that I was pausing. I honestly do like this better than the actual game. I said that as a joke about the Gyrus game, but this one I'm actually having more fun with. This would have fit nicely on 50 video games included. It's way too polished for that, but you don't like Pac? No, I don't like Contra Legacy of War. This is a mini game inside Legacy of War. I like this better than the main game. No, I like Pac-Man a lot. I'm not super great at Pac-Man. Like, you know, I can clear a few boards, but I'm a pretty mediocre Pac-Man player all around. I like Pac-Man 99 a lot. I think that's gone now, right? I liked that one a lot, but I couldn't win it very often. I had a very low. Like, if I played 200 games, I probably won, like, 3. Which was a shame, because I was actually really good at making it to the end game in that. Like, I could be in the final 10 almost every game, but I just couldn't win. My end game was terrible. I say almost every game. I would say more than half the time I could make it to the final 10, but maybe not quite, maybe not quite every game, but easily more than half. Pac-Man is the first video game I ever played, back in the early 80s in arcades, Greg says. Yeah, I mean, Pac-Man was definitely a big game for me. Not so much the arcade version. We had a version of Pac-Man on the Commodore, and I feel like it was pretty good. I think the Commodore version of Pac-Man's pretty good, as I recall. Oh no, I'm stuck. No, I'm stuck. I'm on my last life. The problem was she needed a quarter every time, so my interest in video games was short-lived. Until the NES in '88. So last weekend I spent a decent chunk of time lurking in a Final Fantasy stream, Final Fantasy 1 on the NES, and I have to say it has kind of made me curious to give it a try. It's a game I've always been really scared of Final Fantasy 1. But I think that I'm feeling more open to giving that game a try, maybe sometime soonish. Shadow, welcome in. Which version? I think it was the original NES version. You think the NES game is too buggy? You prefer the new remaster? Yeah, I'd stick to the original, I think. I wasn't really watching the game. I just kind of had the stream open in the background. I was just kind of enjoying the ambience of the stream, but every now and then I would just catch a little something here and there, and I was like, I really the vibe of this game is really growing on me. So I don't feel like I had the fear of it that I used to have. That's the one you first played and owned, Shadow says. Yeah, I imagine I would do the NES game. I do have Final Fantasy 1 on the PlayStation as well. I don't know how much they changed. It's like it has Final Fantasy, I think, 1 and 2 on the disc. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's different about it, but I would probably just stick with the NES game. Bugs and all, right? I like when a game is buggy, so. I mean, kind of depending on the bugs. Craig says, Final Fantasy 1 was my second RPG after Dragon Warrior the year before. That one's good as well. Run! I don't know how many stages there are to this, but boy, I'm holding on by a thread, huh? It keeps double firing. fire button is really, really sensitive. Don't spawn him there. I got robbed. Alright, well that was kind of fun. I'm sure we're going to be on this level. Oh, look at that! I'm sure we're going to be on this level a lot more. So, we'll save some of that for later. Oh, that's a bomb. I thought it was a 1-up. No. And Greg says, I think the PlayStation 1 version fixed some of the bugs, but not all of them. Ooh. Sorry, I read about half of that next comment. You gotta get to the whole thing. Why won't this wall break open? These enemies are so annoying. Outlet Mall, good to see you. Forgot how zoomed in the view is for this game. I kind of hate this game. I'm a big fan of the 8-bit Contra games. And Hardcore is pretty good. And I even think the Contra Adventure is pretty alright. But this game, I kind of hate this one. I wish it would grow on me, but I'm so mad about like so many things in this game. I just don't know if I can ever like it. Particularly the controls. The control setup is so annoying, and there's no options to fix it. I'm trying to stick with it though. This stage is I just hit a new PB on this stage. This stage is the furthest I've seen. Bogus. Oh yeah. Greg says Final Fantasy 1 is more of a game for you. Yeah, that was, well, see, that was something I thought too. Is that I assumed all the story segments would be very condensed. See, in the past I have thought that NES RPGs seem very scary to me because I just imagine that they'd be very cryptic and brutal. And that's probably still true, but there is the advantage of, like, they'd probably be a lot more compact story-wise, right? And that's a huge advantage. We're doing a lot of Contra this week, by the way, for those who don't know. We're playing this game tonight, and we're probably playing this one tomorrow as well. But on Thursday, I'm going to try something new, and we're going to try to do I'm going to try something new, and we're going to do a Contra variety night. I'm going to hop back and forth between a whole bunch of different games in the series, and basically try out as many as I can, a credit at a time. I'm gonna randomize them with my party wheel. We're gonna spin the wheel and we're gonna play whatever it lands on, a credit at a time. When I hit the continue screen, we're gonna re-roll and we'll just keep going back and forth all night long and see if I ever make progress in anything. But it's about I'm now to where, like, I've kind of played about a third of the series, I guess. So, like, between a half and a third, like maybe 40%. So it's gonna be a lot of stuff I don't know. So there's gonna be a lot of runs that, like, where we start a game and I only play for like 2 minutes and then it's already time to move on. It's gonna be a weird night. Hey, Bort Jams, thank you for joining us. Oh yeah. The bosses in this game have just obscene amounts of health. Would you say it's better than Gryzor? I only played Gryzor a little bit. I didn't remember that was the name of it, but I did sample that one night. I don't recall it being very good. Oh, no, it's really rough, because, the control situation's really bad. The Contra with the joystick is suboptimal, is putting it very mildly. Never even heard of that game. It's not really worth hearing about. I mean, your question already, I think, says more than enough there, Chozo. if the question itself, I mean, it doesn't give away exactly what it is, but it kind of suggests what you want to tell me anyway. I imagine the only thing worth saying is that they are some way in some form in disguise, or not really human or something. Ah, yeah, thank you, Greg. Yeah, just double checking the chat for more comments that I missed. All right, well, that's off to a terrible start there. Oh yeah, I mean, no worries, Chozo. If the game has a T rating, I'm not really too worried about it. Basically, like what I'm getting at is that like I'm not really interested in playing something that's like Manhunt on the PlayStation 2, right? That's like I'm not against fighting human enemies in games, but I'm also just not really interested in something that kind of that indulges in its violence for the sake of violence. And I'm not, particularly interested in playing something like any of the South Park games, right? Because I'm not, or like Conquer, because like I'm not really attracted to things where the whole point of them is like they're like super crude humor. Like those are the kind of M-rated things that I'm, you know, things that are more in those veins. I'm not interested in. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I would just based on what little I've picked up about it. That's what I would expect from I would imagine Splinter Cell would probably be mostly fine. Hey, Budafingers, good to see you. Oh my goodness. Just wearing me down. This is definitely the latter, Budafingers. This game is pretty terrible. I would never recommend a game that would be over the top with violence. I have pretty strong confidence that I can have faith in your recommendations, Chozo. You've got a pretty strong track record for guessing things that for guessing whether or not I would like something. Doing poorly. I saw that grenade. I saw that grenade too, and I thought, that won't land on me. It just wears me down. Oh, that boss just wears me down to where, like, I just can't care about getting out of the way of its projectiles. Those grenades are the worst. Those grenades are the worst. They hit me 100% of the time. I can't believe they ever made another Contra game after this. This really deserved to kill the series. I don't know how that thing missed me. No. And then it didn't even matter. And then it didn't even matter because it put an enemy right on top of me. This game is always bad. It's never good. It's always bad. It's never good. This fight doesn't even matter. It's going to take a lifetime, and then I'm going to immediately, even if I win, I'm going to immediately die afterward because I have no extra lives left because I got robbed as soon as I came into the boss arena. Oh, I hate this game. Why are all video games just trash? Everything I play is just a nightmare that I can't stand. I don't get it. I don't understand why no one's ever made a good video game. In most video games, blinking red means the boss is almost dead. In this game, it means nothing. It means literally nothing. I don't even know why it does it. Oh, I see. The boss couldn't die because I didn't pay the life toll. Notice that. As soon as I lost a life, the boss died because I had to pay the life tax. It was invincible until that happened. That's the problem. That's the problem with playing a bad game, right? It just makes me lose. It makes me lose all faith in every other game. I don't know why the camera is locked at such a weird angle. I survived that nonsense? How? How and why? The length of time that the shield lasts for is wildly inconsistent. I just can't seem to figure it out. I wish there was an extra life in there. Oh. Time for another round of the tank game. I wish I'd made it that far. It's so frustrating. Excuse me. I'm so angry. It's just not possible. It's just not possible to make any progress without bleeding lives. The only way to succeed in this game is just to throw as many hours of your life at it as you can afford and hope that you get just random RNG, that the bullets aren't where your character happens to be. There's no way to improve. There's no way to move around them or do anything of value. Everything that I can possibly do at any moment is just worthless. I've been streaming for 2 hours tonight, and 3 hours of that time have been spent fighting this boss. Oh, it's so much worse. It's so much worse than the other games. Part of it is I'm playing the game on hard difficulty because I'm a stubborn fool. So, you know, if you don't do that to yourself, you probably have a little bit of a better time than I'm having, but it's too late. It's too late. I'm committed. That's an assumption, by the way. I don't actually know if the game is any different on the other difficulties. The boss health has to be lower. The boss health cannot be this high on normal difficulty. I refuse to believe that. But, like, so far as, like, the constant enemy spam and all the other garbage, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't think I can cease to be the monster that I am. I don't think there's any hope of ever getting my mind back. Where is this thing? All of my weapons just go right through. Just all of my ammo just goes right through it. It has no collision. Hey, EpiPen, welcome in. So our big Contra celebration in this year is actually on Thursday. But no one really knows. No one knows when Shakespeare's birthday actually is. It's not recorded. He was baptized on the 26th, I believe, so it's assumed that he was born very close to that date. I think traditionally the 23rd is when most people, like, acknowledge it, but anywhere in the area is fine. But yeah, that's why we're playing Contra all this week. Since since William Shakespeare inspired Contra. I always like to play the games around his birthday. There's no way to avoid that trash. It's so frustrating. There's all these enemies with ammo that locks onto you. And, like, you want to go slow and take those guys out so you're not chased by bullets for your whole life. But you can't stop to fight any of those enemies because the regular enemies spawn 40 million per frame. Yeah. Yeah, Bill and Lance are very clearly named after William Shakespeare. I love Contra and I love Super C, but the rest of the games are pretty agonizing. Hardcore is pretty good, and Contra Adventure is pretty alright too, but I don't really like Contra 3 very much, and I really hate this game. I'd rather play, I'd rather play Contra 3 every day for the rest of my life than play this game, even once. Contra 3 looks way better after having played this game. Invincibility is gonna run out any moment now. Come on, Ribbon. Do your job. Oh, rip the Deathless Run. Alright, let's go play some arcade games for a while. What about the arcade games, do you know? I know they exist. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah, I just like them to get away from the main game. The only thing I don't like about this arcade game is that it continues to have the same music as the rest of the game. If it had different music, then maybe I could forget that I was playing Legacy of War. And then I would be able to enjoy this game a lot more. That's the only thing about it, is that the music won't let me forget what I'm really playing. Spawn that next enemy right on top of my head. How rude is that? Hey Nikita, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I imagine there's probably some small reward if we do beat this whole, if we do beat the whole arcade game. Like maybe we get an extra continue or at least an extra life. Like I have to beat it to find out, but I would be really surprised if there's nothing. I'd be really surprised if there's nothing for beating it. I mean, at the very least, like an invincibility. But yeah, I mean, I would happily play it just to get away from the regular game. Like, that's reward enough. No, it spawned him right behind me. So rude. That's more like it. Put it way over there. What? I got stuck there because I was pressing the wrong button trying to back up. Because I had, I had forgotten that this game does not in fact have tank controls. Oh, there's the pro strategy. Whenever you have to go into an area like this, back in, so that you can always protect yourself. If you learn to drive backward, you're completely unstoppable in this game. Oh, it won't let me turn toward the, Okay, so sometimes you're limited in your... It won't actually let you turn backward like you want to! Rip. That was bogus. That missile should have taken out both of them. I didn't know it wouldn't, because it can take out multiple obstacles at once, so I don't really know why not multiple enemies, but... I guess it only takes out the... Nope. Well, I don't know what's going on. Now it's not taking out multiple enemies, but it has in the past. On the one hand, the enemies in this game are not very smart, but on the other hand, neither am I, so it kind of balances out. Cool. Rip. I was focused on the enemies down below and it's completely overlooked the one on top. Run! That's the same thing that happened to me last time. I didn't learn anything. Dead. Oh, there's a 0 life. Oh my goodness. Well, there appears to be an endless number of stages. that's a shame. Oh. Oh, double shot. No, I lost it. No! Ah! I can't seem to wrap my head around the left and right. I never know which way. I never know which way I'm gonna go. Rip. This game is hard. Hey, Christian Cool, thank you for the lurk. Greg's going for a coffee and a stretch, right on. Quit. Yes. Playing the arcade games is so deadly. I don't think we'll do that anymore. I really don't think I'm ever going to see past this stage. It's fine. You know, when you die in the first 2 seconds of a credit, it's really hard to care about It's really hard to care about playing. This thing's arms are too long. I can't get any distance from it. It takes up the whole arena. I'd like to design a game like this, like where you where you die and you continue back from like where you were instantly. I think that a game like this would be a good opportunity to include a secret mechanic where bosses actually gain more health depending on how many lives you've lost on your way to them. But like this, where it doesn't show the boss's health, it's all like very subjectively felt. I think that would be an interesting thing to do to a player, because like, and to do it without telling them, because it would give you this sense of like, when you're on a really good run and you don't die and like you make it through the bosses like quicker than usual, you'd be like, wow, like I'm doing really good this round and I have no idea why. Because that's what it feels like sometimes. It feels like games have a mechanic like that, because like when you haven't lost any lives, you have like a confidence boost, I guess, and it just feels like you can get through everything a lot faster. But the more lives you lose, the more that you feel the struggle. So if that was secretly objectively real, I think that would be interesting. I thought there was a secret there. It's not opening up this time. Oh yeah, there it is. I didn't know that guy was down there. No, there's another robot? I don't think this is doing anything. I can't really tell though, and I don't want to risk getting any closer. I risked getting closer. Well, we saw something new. Cows, welcome in. How goes Contra? Horribly, cows. Horribly. I cleared stage 1 deathless. So I'm now letting myself reload my save file because there's no getting any better at stage 1. That's my excuse. But I still can't make it past stage 2. This game is abysmal. My commitment to playing it on hard difficulty is like the biggest mistake I've ever made. The previous run actually went really well. I saw a new boss. I don't know how to use the bomb. I died because I was trying to figure out how to use the bomb. I didn't figure out how to use it, and I lost a life. And the bomb. the worst of all possible outcomes in every way. The Frownie's been making good progress tonight, even if most of it was in the tank minigame. I do look forward to seeing what beating level 10 in the tank minigame gets you anything. Yeah, I don't know. I figured there would only be 9 levels. I was mentally and emotionally prepared for 9 levels. Just constantly dying for no reason. I just have to wait. This game is all about just waiting until the game decides you can have progress. And it's all completely arbitrary. It's like the dice game from The Wizard of Oz. What happened? I jumped super duper high. Cool. I really wish that enemy gun didn't exist in a two-dimensional universe, so all my bullets pass just completely around it, no matter how close they get. It's really hard to fight an enemy that has a width of 0. What's really annoying is the game is mostly like free running, where just like you can move along at your own pace and the camera just follows you. But then inexplicably, in certain camera angles, it becomes an auto-scroller. And I've got to wait for the camera to move to be able to make progress. And those switches just happen just whenever. You just have to sort of memorize when they're going to happen. I don't think stage 1 had any sections like that. But stage 2 has a lot of them. Around that bridge, and then there's the later part around the arcade that does it as well. And it's just to bottleneck you, so that you're stuck surrounded by thousands of enemies and can't move past. It serves no purpose, but just to be another trap. If we can't defeat the player with the enemies, we'll defeat them with the camera. Oh, I kind of forgot too. I believe cows. I believe you're returning to us after a trip, right? So I trust that everything went smoothly. Yes, indeed. Glad to have you back, of course. So we're playing this game tonight, and we're probably going to play it tomorrow too. And then on Thursday, I'm going to try to do something that I don't really do very well. I'm going to try and do a variety night. I've taken our old friend the wheel and filled it up with Contra titles. And I'm going to spin the wheel, and I'm going to play whatever Contra game it lands on for 1 credit and see how far I can get. And then, once we see the game over screen, once my credit expires, we spin the wheel and move to whatever it lands on next. And we'll just keep jumping back and forth and see if I ever make progress in any of the games. If they're all like this one, I'm in real big trouble. We might be spinning the wheel and switching games every other minute. I'm gonna let the chat use channel points though to give me permission to use a continue. So depending on how the chat feels, the game might be able to go a little bit longer each time. So it might be a weird night, but hopefully it'll be kind of fun. And we'll see a lot of new stuff, because I haven't played over half the Contra games. So it'll be sort of a sneak preview of a lot of them for us, which is normally not the kind of thing I would like, but I want to do something different, so. I'm pushing my boundaries with a little experiment and celebration of the birthday of Contra's founder, William Shakespeare. The man without whom none of these games would be possible. Even this one, which I wish didn't exist. This game is broken. This game is broken. I have been fighting this boss for an hour. There is no way. There is no way. Is it bad if I think this roly-poly creature would make a cute pet if it wasn't trying to kill us? It'd make a very affordable pet because I think it's the only creature that you could buy that would outlive you. So it'd be the last one you'd ever need to pay for. That took so long. I don't even think I'm Frownie anymore. I think I'm Frownie Jr. I think my dad died and I grew to his age and had to take over. Oh. That was outrageous. That was outrageous. That boss always takes a long time, and it's never taken that long before. And then, look at that! My invincibility wore out in 2 seconds. Everything in this game is inconsistent. This is not the way a game should be. And we have defeated that boss. We have defeated that boss like 4 or 5 times now. That invincibility is supposed to last longer than that whole boss fight. Why it didn't that time? No reason, just, you know. So whatever the game can do, whatever the game can do to make our lives, like, to make our quality of life lower, it's going to do. It doesn't matter if it's impossible. Oh. It's too hot. I'm overheating with rage. I loaded my save file, and then the game went into a demo screen, and when I came out of the demo, it forgot that I'd loaded my save file, so I have to load it a second time. How rude. This isn't even my final form. I'm an anti-boss. Every one of my forms is weaker than the one that came before it. Cool. Another immediate death. Great way to start an attempt. I can't do it. I hate this game. It just will not. It just will not cease to be maximally irritating. every possible moment. Why is it so bad? Why does it have to be so terrible? You know what it is? The thing about this game is that, like, a game like this where you only have one hit, like, a game like this only works if the enemies also only have one hit. The standard enemies. Like, it's okay for the occasional, like, big guy to take a couple extra hits, but every enemy in this game has, like, 6 times as much health as it should. Does that mean your final form doesn't wear glasses? Yeah, when I decided to take off my glasses to play, then, you know, I, like, really hit an irritation threshold where I can't even stand to see the game anymore. Of course, if that's the case, I should have taken my glasses off 3 hours and 10 minutes ago. come on. Why? Why does it have to spawn all these guys here? It's hard enough. It's hard enough with all the other garbage. It just will not stop constantly pummeling me. Ugh. I can't have any fun. This game really should have been a twin stick. This game really should have been a twin stick shooter game. Like that ability to run and aim independently would really solve a lot of issues. I can't believe they didn't think of that. Even if this came out before the which I think it did come out before the DualShock, like even then, like simulating the sticks with the buttons like Smash TV does on the Super NES. Alright, my friends. I know it's been kind of a short stream tonight, but that is all the strength that I have in me, I'm afraid. I've got to call it a night. I really don't want to play this again tomorrow. You fought that one boss at least 6 hours tonight. This looks really like a really draining game. Glad to be able to catch you for a little bit. Glad to have you here, cows. So we should have a rather sizable stream on Thursday, if all goes as I would intend. It'll be another early and shorter stream tomorrow, but Thursday we're going to try and really make it happen with a good proper stream. And hopefully a lot of fun. I don't want to look at the thing because it's trying to spoil stuff for me. Well, I'm not 100% set on this game either. I might stream tomorrow. And do something different. I'll let you know in the Discord. So early stream tomorrow and late stream on Thursday. No stream on Friday this week. I had planned this game again for tomorrow, but like I was saying, I might need a night off from it. I'm going to send this over to Natto. Natto's trying to beat Super Mario Bros. 3, I think, for the first time. I don't think he's ever beaten it before, and he's pretty far along, it looks like. He's in the Dark World. He's at the Dark World Fortress, which is like the hardest level in the game. So, yeah, we're wrapping up, Greg. Shorter stream tonight. It'll be a short stream tomorrow night too. It'll be an early stream and a short stream tomorrow. On Thursday it'll be a later stream, and we'll try to go for like a sizable chunk of time. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Chozo. Thank you, Zergling, Greg, Cows. Thank you, all my friends. Appreciate you being here. This game is brutal. I don't know if I'm going to make it through this one. I don't know if I'm going to make it through. It's so tough. Well, keep trying, but this might become one of those every now and then kind of games. But that's it for tonight, everybody. Be well until I get to see you again, and hopefully that'll be soon. But we're all done for tonight. It's time to head out. Let's go on an adventure.